I driving on the highway in Jamaica, and out of the blues, this is the night time, total darkness, and I'm only doing about 160 kilometers per hour, which I feel was reasonable. You know, in the total darkness, I see a little flashlight in the middle of the road. Now I thinking duppy or jumbie as we say back home, and my first inclination is, which I normally do, is when I see duppy in the road, I just try to hit them. Right? Sometimes people just try to run, they end up running off the road because they don't want to hit duppy. But I say, let me look closer. You know, is a policeman in the middle of the road trying to stop me because I speeding. No, it had is only because I have 20/10 vision. I was able to discern as a police officer, and my message to the Jamaican Constabulary is that is wrong. You cannot risk your officers' lives by such a stupid policy. You as the officer, for your own self, think about your own safety. Is it really worth it to give me a ticket for speeding and risk your life? It's not worth it. There's many other procedures that you could utilize to give somebody a ticket for speeding. It just don't make sense. And when I investigate, I understand that there were officers who died already doing that kind of nonsense. Why is it that necessary for you to run out in total darkness when there's oncoming vehicles with their bright headlights on, which makes you, who isn't wearing any protective clothing or vest or a reflective vest or anything, so all I could see was this little light. Police officers, do not put your life at risk. The job you do is too important to put your life at risk to give somebody a ticket. I'm not saying that the speeding is right or wrong, but your life is more important. What have you learned from the other officers who have died doing similar things? There's many ways to do this. Again, put on your flashing lights if you have to before you run out in the middle of the road, so I could tell. Now I was driving around a corner at a high speed. You are very lucky I actually saw you, and it's because I had good vision. What about those people who don't know, who couldn't see that little light? I mean, the light like a freaking phone light. And you want me to stop? I couldn't see the person beside the light. So you were in dark clothes in a very dark environment, and you want me to stop to give me a ticket? It don't make no sense. Jamaica Constabulary, do better. I appreciate the work that you're doing, and I think it's very important. But I also think it's important that your officers reach home safely to their friends, their family, their loved ones, their kids, whatever. That's more important. Anyhow, I will say the officer did give me a ticket. He was very nice. He didn't know what I do for me, or he didn't ask me to buy lunch for him or buy a beer for him or nothing. I was very fortunate, and the officer was very kind. Thank you.